We've reviewed the repeater, now we're going to install it and do some range testing. Stick around and we'll get right to it. Hey, welcome back guys, Jason, KM4ACK. Not too terribly long ago, I have done a review on two different Retevis repeaters, the 10 watt version, and then I believe the other one was the 20 or 25 watt version. What I didn't really do in either of those videos was get a good range test. Now, keep in mind, it's going to vary depending on your exact location that you install it and the topography around you. But let's go ahead and check out the install, and then we're going to jump over and do some range testing for this specific installation. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got going on here. We're at the highest point on the property here, and my daughter and her husband have about 10 acres of land in this area. So we've come up to the very tallest point and we've put the antenna. Let me see if I can get that camera to rotate instead of zoom. We've put the antenna up at about, I'm gonna say 17, 18 feet is probably what we've got out of that. Now, right now, you'll notice the solar panel sitting over here, and it is just precariously propped up for the time being. I actually do have some lumber in the back of the truck, and we're about to build a platform for this to sit on. But for the time being, we put this together yesterday. We just kind of propped it up here so it could gather a little bit of sunlight this morning. Then over here behind that, and we set it over here kind of under this tree so that it would be in the shade. We had enough power cord. I'm not too worried about losses, you know, in this short of a run. I'm probably looking at it like 10 feet, but we had enough coax as well. But what we've done is I went and picked up an inexpensive cooler from Walmart, and you'll see that we've just made one penetration point right there, and then we resealed that with silicone yesterday. I may have to come back over it just a little bit more to make sure that we're good and watertight. I did put a rock on it right here, and I need to get those power cables under it as well. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that any water that does hit right here is sloping away from and not going back toward the cooler. Let's take a look at what we've got inside the cooler. And what we're running is a Power Queen 100 amp hour battery. We've got the repeater sitting over here. I did go ahead and connect the hand mic. So if you happen to be up here at this point on the property, you can use this as a base station if you want to. And then tucked right down over in here is the solar charge controller. And then he's going to go ahead and come back at some point and build something to go over that cooler just to give it a little bit more weatherproofing. The cooler is probably going to be sufficient, but he just wants to make sure that it's not going to run into any issues in the future. So let's go ahead now and let's get a range test done for this repeater. Jason to Garrett, 0.6 miles from the repeater. Do you copy?
This is Garrett. I hear you loud and clear.
Fantastic, I'll carry on, we'll try again. And in case anybody is wondering, we're using the Baofeng GM5RH. These are the ones that I found a 2-pack for $35. So $18 radios. It does have USB-C charging on the back. I'll leave a link to these down in the description. It came, I think, with 4 different antennas, a couple of shorter ones and a couple of these Bree AR771 GMRS antennas. So they're doing pretty good. Oh, we have made a fail here. We didn't even peel the sticker off of it yet. So guess we need to get rid of that.
I can copy you loud and clear. You're just, well, not clear. You're coming in a little staticky here, but I can copy you just fine.
Hey, go ahead, Brown. Jason here. I am back at the home base, just so I could capture all of this on the video.
Roger that. I am at Maine and Nat Core N November Alpha Tango Charlie Oscar Romeo Nat Core, 6.5 miles from repeater.
That is fantastic. I did not have as good a luck out at 79. I got to Shepherd's Hollow in 79 with a good contact. Got down to Dollar General and he could hear me, but I could not hear him. So I just came back here so I could go ahead and get all of this captured on a recording. So guys, that is pretty incredible. Now, we do have the repeater located on the highest point here on the property, but we tested all around the property and literally didn't find anything that we couldn't hit. So Brown is out. That's who we're installing this repeater for. He is out traveling by car. not a radio operator. He does have a GMRS license. Of course, it'd be legal to operate under mine as well. But he doesn't, he's not even really used to talking on radio, so he doesn't understand things like stepping outside that car that we call a Faraday cage is going to get him some better range. So he's doing everything from inside the car. I was trying to tell him to step out, but I don't know that he got me. And literally the difference that you would hear between when we could hear him well and when we couldn't was just probably because of the way he was turned in that car or the way the car was turning on the road as he was trying to talk. You'll get sometimes it's a little bit better and sometimes it's not. But that's why it's important to either get a roof-mounted antenna like a mag mount or step out of the vehicle. Brown, you got a copy on me? I heard you loud and clear this time.
6.4 miles, Stewart County Senior Center, inside Dover proper.
Copy, inside Dover proper, Senior Center, 6-point-something miles. Good deal. Thank you, sir. Oh, I had you good there for a second, and then that last one was nothing but static.
You hear me now?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Stewart County Courthouse, elevation 556.
Copy, courthouse, elevation 556.
Distance 6.1 miles.
Copy, 6.1 miles.
Transmission. Brown Jake.
Go for Jason.
New Haven Baptist Church, 4.5 miles and 740 for elevation.
All right, Baptist Church, elevation 740. What was the mileage?
4.5 on mileage.
All right, I don't know what's going on. You'll have a great transmission and then one that's a lot of static on there. That last one was a lot of static.
I'll hold my left leg at a 43-degree angle. How's that?
Much better. Give me the mileage again, please.
4.5 miles.
Copy, 4.5 miles.
Right now you got me mobile in the car at 737 feet.
Copy, mobile, 737 feet. So doing well right there. We still need to get you a mag mount antenna for that car.
Highway 79, 2.9 miles from the feeder.
All right, I got part of that 2.9 miles on Highway 79.
Old Highway 79.
Copy, old Highway 79.
Bellwood Holler.
Shepard, he's going down that dip, so he's going to be a little static.
Yeah.
2.9 miles from the feeder. I'm going to push down Bellwood. It's going to be much more spotty terrain. Curious to see how it works.
All right, copy, 2.9 miles. You're going to push on down into some more spotty terrain. Now, just like I said at the beginning of this video, you got to take these range tests with a grain of salt. In one direction, we can get out much further than we can the other direction. And that's just the topography around us. The hills and valleys can definitely make it challenging, but the higher you can get that repeater up, the better your results are going to be. If you found today's information helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up before you head off. We will see you guys on the next one. Until then, 7-3.